keep it 100 because it's time for Hubb's Huddle Podcast. Listen to the man that talks sports from football to basketball 24/7, 365. He is known as the average Joe that knows more than average about sports.
What's up, man?
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome your host, Hubb.
Good morning, everybody, man. Welcome and happy Thanksgiving to you and yours. Today, I'm going to talk a little bit about the Monday Night Football matchup that just happened on Monday between the Rams and the Chiefs. I'm going to get into the three games that is coming on today for the NFL, and I want to talk about my most memorable NFL Thanksgiving Day game, and also I'm going to talk a little bit of NBA, and I got some boxing for you guys as well. First up, man, let's get into this Monday Night Football game that happened on Monday between the LA Rams and the Chiefs. As you know, the Chiefs, lost to the Rams 54-51. It's the first game in NFL history where both teams scored over 50 points. Both of these teams are going to be on a bye next week, but coming like this game in general was great. There's a lot of offense, not enough defense. If you're a person who likes to see a lot of points being scored, this was the game for you. If you're a defensive-minded person, then this probably wasn't the game that you would like to see with so many points and yards being piled upon. Both teams, they combined for about like 1,000 yards. This right here, man, both teams are going to be on a bye this week. And coming off the bye, you got the Rams, they're going to be, they have the Bears and also the Eagles left on their schedule. They still got some other teams, but, these are the two most notable matchups. And you got the Chiefs, their most notable matchups are the Ravens, Chargers, and Seahawks. I think, going down the stretch, it's going to be a little bit more tougher for the Chiefs than it is the Rams, based on who they play. The Rams, I think the real threat going to be the Bears. I don't know what the Eagles are going to bring yet because, we don't know if they're done or, they're going to resurrect themselves, come out this Sunday and just start balling out. But with the Chiefs, on the other hand, they got the Ravens, man, one of the best defenses in the league. The Chargers got Phillip Rivers playing well, and you got the Seahawks with Russell Wilson playing well. This right here, it might get a little bit more tougher for the Seahawks. For the Chiefs, rather. I see them, possibly losing one of these three games they got, on their schedule. It's pretty, it could happen, between the Chargers and possibly the Seahawks, maybe even the Ravens. Either one of these teams could knock off this Kansas City Chiefs team. But it was an overall game between these two teams. It was an overall good game. As far as my picks for Week 11, I went 8-5, a little bit better than my 7-7 from Week 10. So that leads me to be 159-2 on the year. Let's try to clean it up, man. So let's get into our Thanksgiving Day matchups. First up, we got 12:30 p.m. on CBS. We got the Chicago Bears traveling to Detroit at Ford Field to take on the Detroit Lions. The Detroit Lions are actually they have the most wins on Thanksgiving Day with 37. So that's the most in NFL history on Thanksgiving Day. But I don't think they're going to get 38 today. I like the Bears in this one, man. As you know, Mitchell Trubisky is going to be out. He hurt his shoulder. So Chase Daniels is going to get the start. But I think, the Bears are going to rely heavily on their defense as always. And I think they're going to get the job done today. I think it's going to be a closer game than what we expect. No Kerryon Johnson today for the Lions, the running back. He has a knee sprain. So I think, that pass rush, Khalil Mack, those guys. Also on the offensive end with Cohen and Jordan Howard, Allen Robinson in the mix with some Trey Burton. I just think the Bears, man, are going to pull it out, man. I give them a 3-point victory. I give them a 27-24 victory over the Detroit Lions for our 12:30 p.m. game today on CBS. Next up, you got the battle of the NFC East for number one between the Washington Redskins and the Dallas Cowboys. This one right here, I got the Redskins. They're coming in. They're 1-7 all time against the Cowboys. We all know they got their first win a few years ago with the RG3 led, Washington Redskins. This right here, no Alex Smith today. Of course, he's out for the year. Broke his leg. So you bring in Colt McCoy is going to get the start today, and Colt McCoy is pretty solid backup. He did beat the Cowboys back in 2014, I do believe. But he plays pretty well. But this one right here, I just think the Cowboys are starting to roll right now. So I think they're in rhythm. They're doing what they need to do. They're feeding Zeke the ball. The past 2 weeks, this dude Ezekiel Elliott has had 388 yards from scrimmage and 3 touchdowns. He had 200 against the Falcons last week. Keep feeding this man the ball. Keep him involved in the offense. This is the key to victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And they got the defense with Vander Esch and Smith and, with Taco. These dudes right here, this defense, I think, is going to help the Cowboys today more so than the offense because, you're coming in with a backup quarterback. And I know Colt McCoy is a pretty solid backup. But, you're bringing him in, with this defense. I think it's going to be a good game. It's always a good game in the NFC East. I think the Redskins defense is going to have to show up today as well. Adrien Peterson in the run game, they're going to have to rely heavily on him, to keep Dak and that offense off the field. But I like, the Cowboys in this one. I like them 24-17. I just think, it's going to be too much Zeke. They have to continue to feed Zeke. If you feed Zeke, you guys are going to win this game. So I like the Cowboys in this one, 24-17. Next up, we got our nightcap. The night game is Atlanta Falcons traveling to New Orleans to take on the Saints. This one right here, I think, is going to be a lot of points. Not a lot as the Monday night football game, but it's going to be a lot of points. Look out to see if Deion Jones can return tonight for the Falcons. You all know he got hurt in the first game of the year against Philadelphia. And they're going to need all the help they can get, to contain, these two running backs out here in New Orleans with Alvin Kamara and Mark Ingram. The Falcons, they did terrible last week against the Cowboys. They allowed Zeke to get off for over, 200 yards from scrimmage. And I kind of expect the same today with the Saints, man, with Kamara and Ingram coming out of the backfield. This Saints offense is very explosive, man. I like the Saints today, man. I like them, 38-34, over the Atlanta Falcons. I think it's going to be a good game, but I think, the Saints going to edge them out. This is the 100th game between both of these teams. They played a lot, but I like the Saints tonight. And this one, just think about the Thanksgiving Day games, man. That's why I like Thanksgiving. It's a good holiday. You get your family. You get to hang out and chill. You get to watch football all day. It's always good. One of my football memories on Thanksgiving Day. Actually, I got two. One like actual NFL wise is Minnesota Vikings versus the Dallas Cowboys. The game where 1998 Randy Moss, he torched the whole Cowboys defense, and Minnesota ran away with that one. That was one of my memories of watching on TV, growing up. It was like 1998. That was awesome. My other memory for football on Thanksgiving is that way back in the day when I was a youngin', my brothers used to take me to we're all from Chester, Pennsylvania, and my brothers used to take me to the Chester High, football game that was on Thanksgiving Day. It was always a football game on Thanksgiving back in the day. My brothers used to always take me to that, and we used to always watch those guys play. So that was one of my memories, football wise. I got two of them, one watching on TV and one actually going to a high school football game on Thanksgiving Day to watch Chester High play. So that was pretty cool, man. Those memories that you always have, but shifting gears to the NBA, man, what's going on in Philly, man, with Markelle Fultz? I know he said he hurt his wrist, but they got rumors saying that he wants to be traded. He wants a fresh start. Man, I don't know, man. I think it's a lot of mental with this dude. Just watching him shoot free throws, man, with the hot potato, and then he pump fake one night. I don't know. I have no idea. This dude, I think it's all mental with him, and he just need like some support, I guess, to get him back to it. But Philly, on the other hand, man, they're doing fine without him. I mean, they're rolling. Last night, they got their 10th win in a row at home. They're undefeated at home. They haven't lost any home games yet, so they're 10-0 at home. These dudes are rolling, man. Embiid, Simmons, and Jimmy Butler, JJ Redick. They really don't need Markelle Fultz. I know if Markelle Fultz is back and he got his act together and he's okay now, can shoot, whatever. I think he'll be a tremendous asset to them, but I don't think they necessarily need him, especially if he's acting like the way he is now. I think it's all mental. I mean, just get the guy some help, see if you can get him back out there in the court and see what's going to happen. Staying in the same division, what's going on with the Celtics as well up in Boston? I mean, come on. This team right here was projected to go to the NBA Finals, and right now they're playing like a middle of the road, man, packed team, and they lost to a terrible New York Knicks team last night. I just seen a lot of inconsistencies with the Celtics. I know they benched Gordon Hayward to find Brad Stevens messing around with the lineup to try to figure out what's going on. I don't even think that's it. I think these dudes are just not meshing together right now, and I don't know what it is. I know for one, they need to stop shooting so many threes, man. Just start attacking the basket. The play's been real inconsistent, defensively and everything. They just been falling apart. They'll fall apart in the first half and then they'll get it together in the third, going into the fourth, and then they just fall apart again at the end. They can't make that final push to make the full comeback. But, the season's still young. We're only we're not even a month. We're almost a month in to the year. You still got a lot of, basketball to go. So who knows what's going to happen between both of these teams? Will it be trades made or what? I don't know, man. But we'll just have to just keep tuning in and see. Also, the Cavs hosted the Lakers last night as well. LeBron's first game back in Cleveland since joining the Lakers. They gave him a nice little tribute. That was pretty cool. They thanked him for all he did on the court and off the court. He is the man up in Cleveland. That right there is his state, man. But that was very cool what the Cavs did for LeBron. Of course, the Lakers won last night, 109-105. Changing over here to boxing, it was real funny. Manny Pacquiao, Adrien Broner set the fight in January. I think it's January 19th. They had their press conference on Monday and Tuesday, and Adrien Broner kind of took the whole show, man. He was up there cracking jokes and everything. He looks a little bit out of shape to me. He looks like he got a little gut. I mean, you got 2 months to get yourself together. We'll see what's going to happen, but I don't know. I think this fight is going to be a little bit closer than people think. People think, Pacquiao's just going to just roll over Broner. Broner's been playing. Broner fights pretty well against southpaws, so this is gonna be interesting to see. I know Pacquiao. He had he's reuniting with Freddie Roach. He's gonna be back in his corner for this one. Of course, the rumor is Pacquiao doesn't want to retire until about 2021. I think he's still chasing the Mayweather fight. Honestly, I don't think it's going to happen. I think, Floyd might have told him they're going to fight, get Manny hype. But, to put Broner in there with, Manny, and so Broner can get a payday. So that's why I see where that's going. I don't think, Floyd Mayweather is going to fight Manny Pacquiao again, even though, Manny Pacquiao has been basically calling for it and saying it's going to happen and he has to beat, Broner first. I honestly, I think, Pacquiao is, overlooking Broner a little bit, and I don't think you should do that. It could come back to, and haunt you a little bit, but, we just got to see what's going to go down, man, in January. And, plus we still got the big fight coming up for the heavyweights on December 1st between Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury. This right here, man, I think, Tyson Fury's been training hard and he looks well. He looks great. The first time I seen him looking he tip top shape. Deontay Wilder, on the other hand, man, I just think he's gonna put the Fury to sleep. I don't know what the status of Tyson Fury's chin is. I'm quite sure he's gonna try to test it. Come December 1st, it's gonna be a good fight. I mean, it's on HBO. I mean, it's on Showtime pay-per-view. So guess we got to order that one just to check it out. Probably catch it like a green turtle or something. I don't then want to order a pay-per-view to watch two heavyweights just throw haymakers at each other. I'm not sure. But But that's it for me, guys, man. Thank you all for listening. Have a happy Thanksgiving. I hope, you all stay blessed and continue to share this, man. Share my podcast, like it, subscribe, check me out on Radio Public, listen to it on there. I'm on a whole bunch of different platforms, man. You can find me. You can Google, Hubb's Huddle podcast, and I'll pop up, just about everywhere that I'm located. I'm on iTunes, Spotify, iHeartRadio, TuneIn Radio. I'm on Google Podcasts. Just check me out. I'm on Podbean. Hit me up. Also, you can follow me on Instagram at Hubb's Huddle. You can also follow me on Twitter at Just Hubb, and also on Facebook. My page is Hubb's Huddle as well. So check me out. Continue to share it. Continue to be blessed. Wish all of you a happy and blessed and safe Thanksgiving, and I will catch you guys on Saturday when I come back and do the remaining picks for week number 12. A lot of exciting football coming up this weekend. College, pros, you got boxing on Saturday night. We got NBA going on. We got a lot of stuff, man. But today we kick off with our football. We got 3 games: football, turkey, family, love, laughter, and Hubb's Huddle podcast is all we need. Until next time, guys, be safe, be blessed. I'm out. Peace.